Alright, so I was going to work on the air brake can and getting that in, getting my parking brake working. It's beginning of March here, so it should be getting warm soon, so we should be able to shed the plastic tarps and all here pretty quick. And being able to shed that, I'll be able to lift the dump bed, and I'd like to mount that like somewhere between the frame up there, and that'll make that a lot easier, so we put that on hold. But in order for the parking brake to work anyways, I gotta have an air tank, so we started working on that yesterday. So it's gonna go, I believe I showed it a few clips ago, up under the frame in the back. It's fairly tight to the drive shaft, but I can fit my hand between the tank and the drive shaft, so I don't see things shifting that much to the point where they're gonna interfere with each other. So it's gonna bolt right to the frame. I'm gonna cut out another one of these gusset things to go here, just kind of help spread out the weight, and then there'll be another mount back here, and then maybe something on the other side because the rear cross member goes right here somewhere. So that's what we were working on today, getting the tank ready to be bolted in, and so that way I gotta get the air dryer in as well, and then just gotta plumb it up, and then we'll have a working air system. So that'll be cool. So I forgot that I was turning over a new leaf on my YouTube career, and I finished up the tank without filming anything else, but it was probably boring anyways, like most of these videos. But there it is. The tank is in. Kind of happy with that. It doesn't look too out of place. Oh, hush. It doesn't look too out of place under there. I mean, the transfer case hangs down lower than it does. And I think it definitely looks better than if I had mounted it on the outside of the frame here. So, and so you can see I just got it bolted through the frame there. And then it's kind of hard to see. Let me get a light. So you can see it's pretty close to the drive line, but I don't see the drive line moving side to side that much. So this should be all right. I can fit my hand through the whole way, so we got room there. And then in the back here, I just have it. I made another bracket, and it's bolted to the cross member, so it shouldn't go anywhere. I was able to hang, it's like the #1 home fabricator test, hang on it, and if it holds you, it's good, So it held me up, so it's good to go. So that should be all set. Now I get to my fittings right here. Should be nice. So we're looking good there. So it happened again. I did something and I forgot to record. So turning over a new leaf thing is not working out well for you guys. I need to hire someone to just follow me around with a camera, I guess. I don't know. But air dryer is in, which really wasn't much to film. I drilled 4 holes and bolted it to the frame, which took me 4 days. So yeah. So the tank is in, dryer's in. Now I just got to run some lines, get things hooked up. I don't know what I'm pointing at. Look at it, there's a mess. Anyways, today is a very exciting day. We're getting rid of the plastic. I'm gonna keep the roof because that's gonna be really handy here in spring when it rains. So that'll be nice if I can keep working if it's raining out. But this plastic is getting annoying, and it's got to go. It's like I'm making the call today. It's like 65 outside, and this is working like a greenhouse, and it's like 80 degrees in here, which feels really good. But I'm sick of listening to the plastic flap in the breeze, and I'm sick of the house looking like a total dump with the meth lab out in the driveway. So we're gonna take down the plastic today and hope that it doesn't get cold again.
Is this thing on?
Alright, so yesterday we got the plastic taken down, as you can see. I have to tell you what, it's so nice to get the plastic down. There's no longer like this claustrophobic space around the truck that I have to work in. The problem, yesterday it was like 70, sunny. Today it's 34, and cold and cloudy. So thank you, New York spring, for that. So today we're going to be working on the air system. I got some hose, stainless steel braided line to go from the compressor to the dryer. But you need that, otherwise the heat will blow the line out. So we got to change out that fitting on top of the compressor and start running that line back. Anyways, we got quite a bit done on the air system today. Got a line run from the compressor to the dryer, and then the line ran from the dryer to the tank. I got my unloader circuit ran between the governor and the dryer. I should have remote mounted that governor because it was a pain. So that was like the first part that I ordered for this project, was that the governor, which is this piece here. For those of you following along at home, and it's got 3 different levels of ports on it, and there's the bottom and the middle, there's 3 different spots that you could tie into. The top is just an exhaust vent, so as the diaphragm moves it lets pressure in and out and makes it so it still works. Your middle one is your unloader circuit, and then your bottom is your tank pressure. So when your tank reaches pressure, the valve in here moves and opens your unloader valve, which makes the compressor will still run, but it won't make any pressure. And it also sends that unloader air pressure back to the dryer, which opens that purge valve and makes it go psh, and that'll get all your moisture out. And it also relieves the pressure in the line between the two, so that way when it starts back up, it's not fighting all that pressure. But anyways, so I mounted it right onto the compressor, which you can do. These things are pretty universal. You know, you can mount them upside down. There's a spot in the front of the tank or front of the compressor that you can mount them to. I think you can even mount them sideways, because I think there's another set of holes here, so you can mount it sideways. But with these bolts here, you can't get a fitting into the end there, because I wanted to come out of the side of the dryer with both of those, and you can't get a fitting down into there because the bolt heads are in the way, so you have to come out of the side of it. So that'll work, but not the way I wanted to do it. So that's done. You can see the braided line here, which I'm either really good or really bad at ordering lines like that. I literally had less than a foot left when I got down to the other end. So it's not, I haven't tied it down yet. I got to get some clamps or something to kind of hold it in place, but it just runs over. It comes into your, this is where the air goes into the dryer on the side here. This little port here, that's your unloader, and then this is where your dry air comes out of. All I have left to do on this is run the electric for the heater. And I ran my unloader and my discharge line up in this here to keep them safe away from drive shafts and stuff. And then I was able to put the bed up, which made things a lot easier back here. So that just runs into the tank there. And then this is going to be where all my other lines run out of. Get some sort of big T here and not have to, I'm running like 3 things: train horns, the emergency brake can, and I want to put a quick connect on the front of the truck so you could run air tools, I guess, if you wanted. And then the heater controls, they are vacuum powered, so they used to tie into the vacuum pump, which is right here. And without vacuum, none of the doors will open, because that's how they all run. The vacuum, I don't know how it works, but somehow it tells vacuum to go here or there, and it sucks in on a diaphragm, opens and closes blend doors and stuff. So I got a Venturi, and I'm going to get a vacuum pressure switch, so when it needs more vacuum on this system, that switch will open or close and kick on a solenoid that'll send pressure through the Venturi, which will suck the air out of this, which really there's not much to it, so it should just be like a psht. So we'll see how that goes, though, 'cause nothing ever goes as planned. But yeah, other than that, just hanging in there. Got to drop my bed down a little bit so that the tarp isn't pitched toward the house. Yeah, it'll sink down on its own, leak down. I got to get the brakes bled, because now that the plastic's gone, I'm itching to pull it across the street and see if it'll move, see what it does. But I'm not brave enough to do it without brakes. It's a little bit different now because I actually have a shifter, so I could, reverse drive kind of deal. But we all know who built that shifter, so it's a lot of faith I have to put in myself. So anyways, that's about it. Hopefully it gets warmer out.